March Inventory Madness has put Lady Luck on your side. Premier Heating and Air has a huge limited inventory offer on new heating and air units until they're gone. Don't wait. Find Lucky in your mailbox or online at premierishere.com. The choice is clear. Experience Premier.
Welcome, everyone, to Johnson County Schools today. We're here with Superintendent Dr. Watkins. Thank you for allowing us to come in today and talk about something really exciting, sensory spaces, I'm told, are what they're called.
Yes, we're excited to have TV 35 here, and we're excited to have our sensory spaces. It's a good place for our students to come and be calm and self-regulate, and it also helps promote a positive culture and climate. And we've had several students that have talked about how much they've enjoyed being in these sensory spaces.
Yeah, Dr. Watkins, I'm really excited to see what you have going on. I've done a little research online, but not really familiar with it. But it is designed, and from what I understand, you have 3 different sensory spaces designed to reach elementary, middle, and high school as well.
That's correct. And in fact, right now we're in the middle school sensory room, and you can see all the beautiful work that's been done with the Lego Lab signs. And these signs were actually made by our staff members in our welding CTAE department. And then Dr. Kaiser and her team did an excellent job of designing the space that you see here. And the kids, again, they love it. It's very interactive, and we're very pleased and proud of, the end product.
Yeah, and you speak of Dr. Kaiser. She was instrumental in getting a grant for this, I believe?
Yes, she was, and we're so excited that she's so innovative and thinks outside of the box, because this is something that we've been needing for a long time, and we're just so glad to have it.
Yeah. Doctor, you have been in education for a few years. How many years?
This is 27.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Man, that's quite a feat. Now, 27 years in education. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of opportunities, a lot of challenges. Now, from what I remember, you've been in Truitland County, Lawrence County, and Johnson County. Is that correct?
That's correct, and Emmanuel as well.
And Emmanuel. Worked your way around the hood.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, and so a lot of people will recognize you. A lot of people will also recognize you because you're bivocational. You're a pastor.
That is correct.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. So let's translate that a little bit, Doctor. You stay in the Word a lot, and then you have opportunity to reach and to be a leader, a coach of sorts, a director for so many men and women. How do you approach each day?
Well, each day you want to make sure that you're grounded. I've always put God first in everything that I do, but then the same passion that you would have at the church, and I'm from the Millville community, is the same passion that you have for our students. You want the best for everyone, and you realize that it takes a team. It's not just one person, but it's a team effort. And when you look at it as a team effort, then and get all of the team in place and get all the pieces in place, then you start seeing everything coming to fruition like it needs to be. And that's why I'm so pleased with Dr. Kaiser and her team, the principals at both schools, instructional staff. They all work together to make what we have possible. And then we've had a lot of community support as well. And so our community was very excited when they came in. And several of our board members and other people in the community came in and talked about how calming they feel.
Yeah. And Dr. Watkins, you're married, have
I
children?
I'm married, and I have a 16-year-old son, and very proud of him. He's an athlete over in Emmanuel County, a great student. And then, again, I'm just so pleased with everything that's everything that's going on with him, but just everything that's going on in our schools as well.
Yeah, it's great to be a part of education, to be setting a bar higher and higher and helping the next generation. And you know as well as any educator, and me from the outside looking in, people develop at different stages in their life. They develop very differently. And having something like this is an opportunity to teach, is an opportunity to experience with your hands, is an opportunity to have a calming time It's been done in the corporate world for a long time, and now it has made it, into our school systems. And I think this is a real trend for things to come. I've not experienced it, and so really look forward to seeing your program and hearing from your educators today. If you had to say one thing about Johnson County Schools, what would it be?
We're a JOCO. It takes the whole community, and all of the collaboration that you see in all of the sensory rooms back that up. We're truly a community that is about community.
Yeah. We have an opportunity to talk to Dr. Kaiser in just a moment. Stay with us.
Hey, my name's Chandler Gerard.
I'm Kyle Gerard with A+ Flooring and Construction. And here at A+ Flooring and Construction, we believe in teamwork.
Come let our team service you with flooring, construction, and garage doors.
So come shop with us at A+ Flooring and Construction at 371 Georgia Highway 338 or visit our website at aplusconstruction.biz.
Or give us a call at 478-676-2662. Thank you.
Train for a new career or go further in a field you love with education and skills training from Oconee Fall Line Technical College. OFTC offers 130-plus programs in high-demand fields that will prepare you for the workforce fast. That's 2 years or less. Classes are hands-on, giving students practical experience to be successful on the job. With affordable tuition and flexible classes, you can fit college into your lifestyle. Isn't it time you loved your career? Get started with OFTC today. Oconee Fall Line Technical College. Careers begin here.
So we're making our way through the school, and now we have Reed Bethay, the principal for middle and high school here at Johnson County Schools.
Yes,
Welcome
sir. How
to
are
you.
y'all?
We're doing very well. So good to see you today. You seem to exude enthusiasm.
Well, thank you.
That's a great way for leadership, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to put yourself out there and not be afraid to put yourself out there. And sometimes, it might be a little lonely at the top, but that's what we signed up for, and just try to bring the pack with you, like you said, with the enthusiasm, and keep everybody going.
Yeah. So let's talk about your educational background, if you don't mind, Reed. So where'd you graduate college from?
I actually graduated from Valdosta State University.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
sir.
what was your first job out of college?
Washington County High School. I actually graduated from Washington County and went back and was coaching football and taught up there for several years, and then wound up going to East Lawrence and coached football there and taught. And this is my 14th year here. First 6 years I was in football, couldn't get away from it.
Yeah.
And then I had a superintendent that cornered me one day and said, "You need to get into leadership."
Yeah.
And did. So 5 years as assistant principal, and then the last 3 as principal.
So how did the translation, the progress from coaching into being a principal in that leadership position, how did that transfer for you? What did you
Same
take?
thing. It's the same thing.
is.
Even with these teachers, when we're teaching them strategies or whatever we're doing, we're coaching them. We have instructional coaches that help them. We have administration that helps them. It's all about coaching. It's all about trying to get everybody on the same page so that the ship is moving forward and continues to always move forward.
Yeah, for sure. So we're talking about these sensory stations.
Yes, sir.
And just tell me a little bit about the flow of them, and then maybe some success stories you hear from students or teachers.
Well, I'll start by saying Dr. Kaiser came to me one day and she says, "Hey, I've got this idea for these sensory rooms." And I said, "Great, let's do it. What is it?" And so when we got to talking about it, and the more she talked, and she'd show me some things, and then like now you see we're in the Lego part here. We have some chairs in the other part of it here that are massage chairs and have some water with some bubbles and some different lights and things. So for our students being able, especially the ones that maybe can't self-regulate as well or need some recovery, if we get up and we need to bring them down, these sensory spaces are going to allow them to do that. It's going to allow them to come in a calm, warm environment, get their mind off of whatever was going on, and help self-regulate them. And the other thing, and I guess the part that I'm really looking forward to, is with our PBIS, our incentives and things that we do with our kids, which is our model for our behavior and all. We're going to offer some incentives to them based on, it might be based on attendance, it might be based on grades, it might be based on actual behavior, but and let them be able to come in sometimes and play with the Legos and do some stuff, and give them like as a reward. And also the teachers, that's the main thing. We're really trying to work hard to make sure that we're providing incentives for our teachers so that they know we appreciate them, especially this time of the year. You've seen the movie Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
This is it. We're in it right now. We're trying to get ready for state testing.
Yeah.
You kind of get where it's the same thing every day, but we're just pounding, kind of like being at football practice. You run the same plays over and over and over, and that's the same thing we're doing. So we just want to make sure that we're including our teachers too, and that they're having a chance to gain some incentives. And I really think once we turn them loose in there, they're going to really enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. So describe your experience here in Johnson County.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very team-oriented, collaboration. Dr. Watkins is great, leading us. You know, I feel like we are small town. We're very tight-knit. Everybody knows everybody. You know, we pick each other up when we're down.
Yeah.
Just really do appreciate not only district leadership, but all these folks on both halls here, the high school and the middle school side, that make this happen. They make my job a lot easier. You know, I say, hey, I'm not going to micromanage you. We got a job to do. Let's go do it, and let's take care of business.
Yeah. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience. Professional grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $800.
Your Kubota dealer is Mid-State Tractor and Equipment, 1325 North Jefferson, Dublin. Badcock Home Furniture and More is your home store, where you'll find great savings on new living room sets, sofas, love seats, recliners, and more. Badcock Home Furniture and More has great savings every day on bedding and bedroom sets. Shop Badcock Home Furniture and More for a great selection of dining room sets. And save every day on electronics and appliances at Badcock Home Furniture and More, 1927 Highway 441 South in Dublin. Call 275-3144 for more information, or stop by and see Wendy and Tim Sumner or any of their friendly staff today at Badcock and More Home Furniture Store, where no credit is ever refused.
All right, now we're with John Buxton. You're the assistant principal for middle and high school,
Yes,
right?
sir, that's correct.
Yeah, it keeps you busy all day, doesn't it?
All day.
Yeah, yeah. You love people, though, don't you, John?
I do. I love people. I love these kids.
Yeah. That's very important, to be outgoing like you are, and I can tell you are just from meeting you. You have so many students who walk these halls every day, don't you, John, who don't get a lot of attention, do they?
Yes, we have well over 500 kids in this building, and we try to treat them as 500 different kids, and we want to give them the treatment they deserve and the attention that they deserve. We want them to all know we love them and they're special.
Yeah, share with us how important you think middle and high school are in a person's lives.
Well, when these kids come to us in the 6th grade, they're our babies, right? They're coming from elementary school, and by the time they leave us, they're 18 years old and they're going into a career or college. They're adults, and so these years shape the type of adult that they'll be. And I know we know that parents, the home life has a great impact, but so does the school. And we want to make sure that the time that they're here, we treat them as the special created beings that they are, and give them everything that we believe they deserve.
Yeah, I love that, looking at every student as an individual, taking that approach to it. You know, if we treated people that way as adults, we'd be a lot better off. We'd get along a lot better. Yeah, so important to develop society, and Johnson County is a close-knit community. Everybody pretty well knows everybody, parents, students. So a hands-on approach, I guess, is what you say you have.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. We believe in relationships here in Johnson County, and you can't build a relationship from sitting back and watching what happens. You got to. We try to interact with our students. We try to interact with our community.
Yeah.
And again, we want the kids, if nothing else, when they leave from here, I hope they know, that we care about them. I hope they know that I care about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I bet they do, I'm sure. Now, a lot of us, as we see students, as we see people in the course of a day, might have a few basic words of encouragement that are routine that we share. Do you have any of those certain words of encouragement?
Absolutely. I try to share with every child that they're special. They were made with purpose, and I try to encourage them to live up to that purpose. I don't know what that purpose is. That's for them to decide, right? But I know it's to be successful. It's to have an impact, a lasting impact, every one of them. And though I may not share this bit, I just personally believe they are God's children, and we should treat them as such, and they deserve to be treated as such.
Mr. Buxton, where'd you grow up?
I grew up right here in Johnson County.
Come on.
Kite, Georgia. That's spelled K-I-T-E. Kite, Georgia. I went to school in Swainsboro. So I went to school in Emmanuel County, graduated in Emmanuel County, and then went to Georgia Southern University. So I've always been a local boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Southern's a great school, isn't it?
It is. It is wonderful, wonderful.
Mm. Gave you a great education and an opportunity to help a lot of people, didn't it?
It did, yes, sir.
Yeah. It's quite rewarding, isn't it?
It is. This is one of the most rewarding jobs there is. It's much like ministry, and that is that it's not about what we get out of it. Oftentimes, students leave from here, they become very successful. We see them, we hear from them, but it's their life to live, not ours. But I like to think that we had a hand in helping them get to where they are.
Yeah.
And like I said before, it's very important to me to build a relationship with these kids, and if nothing else, they know I hope they know how special they are to us.
Yeah. So how's the sensory rooms playing out for you, and what's some stories you're hearing of success?
Well, again, we have over 500 students in this school, middle and high. They are all different. This room helps meet every single one of those needs. So that's 500 different ways, potentially, that students could learn. This room is set up in such a way that your standard classroom, for the most part, they're not all generic, but there's typical things you would find in a standard classroom. We all know that. We all went to school, but when you look around these rooms, you'll see that they don't look like standard classrooms. They allow us to increase the sensory items as a student needs. If they need an increased stimuli, we can give that to them. If we need to decrease it because they need to calm down, we can do that as well. These rooms give us that opportunity, whereas a normal classroom may have not done that in the past.
Mr. Buxton, thank you for what you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin. From humble beginnings with a desire to serve the Dudley community, Bank of Dudley has grown to 5 locations, serving Lawrence, Twiggs, and surrounding counties. Serving our community since 1905, the Bank of Dudley is looking forward to its 2nd century of community banking. Drop in today to any of our 5 locations: Jeffersonville, Dudley, East Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
All right, we welcome you back now with Mr. Dexter Mack. Mr. Mack, you're also middle school and high school assistant principal.
That's correct.
Walking the halls every day.
Every day.
Encouraging students and
Yes,
teachers
sir.
alike.
Most definitely.
Yeah. It's a great school system, isn't it?
Oh yeah, this is a wonderful place. This is my 6th year here as assistant principal, coming from the big city of Macon, Georgia. I love it here. Small town atmosphere, wonderful community, very welcoming and embracing to me since I've been here.
Yeah. Mr. Mack, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Macon, Georgia. Graduated from Westside High School. We were the first class to come out of that school.
How about that?
Yes.
Yeah. And time moves on, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It's been 25 years this year. I feel funny saying that, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Where'd you go to college?
Started off at Georgia College in Milledgeville. Ended up with a bachelor's degree in business management. Went and got a executive MBA from Wesleyan. Went back to Georgia College for my specialist, and I am currently working on my doctorate at Kennesaw State.
You go, man. Education never stops.
It doesn't. Well, after this one, it will. We're done.
Well, learning never stops.
Yes,
we'll
right,
go there.
right.
But yeah, it's terrific to set that bar and continue to grow, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What a wonderful profession it is. You know, for so long, and still today, teachers were and still are set at a high standard and well looked upon as such an important profession because of the way you mentor and you feed into these young lives.
Absolutely.
Mr. Bank, if we had to ask you, your philosophy of education, what would that be, please?
It's very simple. Every child that walks into these doors, we have almost 500 kids here. That's 500 different sets of personalities. None of them are going to learn the same way. So every child that walks through this door deserves an opportunity to learn. They deserve the best that we have to offer. And if we can't meet that with conventional methods, then we have to go outside of the box, because at the end of the day, our goal is to produce a successful adult.
Yeah. Working hard every day to do it, and these sensory stations are just incredible to me. I had an opportunity to go into the relaxation, I call it room, then there's a Lego room here. It's ways to stimulate and ways to calm down.
Absolutely.
And we all need one or the other
One or the
sometime
other.
or another, don't we?
We do.
Yeah. So since you've been here, if you had to just sum Johnson County school system up in a short sentence, what would that be?
It's all about relationships. Even when I walk the halls myself, I try to speak to the kids, and if nothing else, give them a smile or try to make them smile. So if I had to sum up Johnson County between the school, the community, I would just say family. Because since I've been here, they've treated me like family, and I feel like I've been born and raised in this community.
Yeah. Have you heard success stories already of the sensory rooms?
Most definitely. As we stated earlier, this is an opportunity for this place to be used as an incentive when you meet goals through our PBIS and MTSS and the Whole Child initiatives, or there's a lot of characteristics of this room that you don't see in a normal classroom. So those kids who don't get the bright, shiny lights, or just to even come in here and fiddle around with Legos with their hands, the kids that have been in here, we get really good feedback from it, and they enjoy it.
That's awesome. I can tell from Buxton and from you, Mac, that Mr. Reed Bethea really has a great team here at the high school. It has to be a privilege to work with you guys. Thank you, and keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
I'm Brian Bazemore, President and CEO of Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County. We would like to invite you to come by and experience a welcoming banking environment. Come by today and have a cup of coffee and let us talk with you about our many products, savings accounts, checking accounts, CDs, and our many loans. You're more than just a number to us, you're family. Come by today, Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Brandy, and I would like to invite you to experience our newly renovated mammography suite at the Fairview Park Hospital Breast Center. Our breast center has its own dedicated entrance with a relaxing boutique-like waiting area. You can make your appointment online anytime at fairviewparkhospital.com or by calling 478-274-3919. Most appointments take 30 minutes or less, and we will have your results back to your doctor within 24 hours.
Okay, everyone, now we welcome in Miss Melinda Pullen. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
How long have you been with Johnson County Schools?
17 years.
Oh, that's good. Good long career.
Good long time.
Prior to that, where were you?
This is actually the first school system I've worked in.
How wonderful.
Yep, right here from the very beginning.
Planted and growing.
That's it.
That's wonderful. Tell me about your job. You're a lead teacher?
I'm a lead special education teacher on the middle school side. I just help all the other teachers to make sure that they don't need anything, any additional support and stuff here. Try to keep up with the student cases and just anything. Mostly here to help the other teachers, always for the students, but my primary job is to make sure that the teachers have everything that they need in order to be successful.
So let's talk about sensory support. Mm-hmm. What is that?
For sensory support, some of our students have different sensory needs, and our new sensory labs and rooms and spaces allow those students to be able to escape the busy sensory-filled classrooms and be able to come here and relax and be able to self-regulate. And not for long periods of time, but just a short enough periods of time, usually 15, 20 minutes or so, and then we can transition them back into the classrooms. But with them having this sensory break, it will allow them to be able to return back to the classroom and be more productive.
So, Ms. Pullen, are there some success stories you could share with us?
Oh, most definitely. Not calling any names, but there's a few students in particular. I can tell, you know, just from working around them, you can tell just by some of their actions and the way they're responding to different things in the classroom. When it's time, we're trying to train them, want them to be able to ask, you know, for a sensory break. But with it being new, we kind of have to catch them, you know, just pick up on the noticings. And I've brought several here. When they get in here, it's well, they know that they're not spotlighted or have any high expectations. Like in the classroom, they're expected to do this, expected to do that. So when they get to come in here, they're allowed to be themselves, build whatever creativity that's coming, you know, to their minds. On the other side, in the theater room, if it's a moment of relaxation, if I see that their anxiety levels have gotten high, there's a student in particular, she says, I just love this, being able just to come here and just calm. And she'll say, when I get back to the classroom, she'll say, I'm fine. You know, so I was like, that's exactly what we want it for. We want to make sure that the students know that this is an option, a safe place for them, calm room. One of my students even calls it her chill out room. So I was like, well, whenever you need to get ready to go to the chill out room, she said, one of her days, she's one that can notice when she's becoming anxious and frustrated. And she'll say, can we go to that chill out room? And I'll say, we sure can. And we just come in here, and she didn't even know that she was creative, but she started building. As a matter of fact, there on the wall, that's her, she said she started as an apple tree, but she then started picking up fall colors. So that's her fall and autumn tree. So I was like, well, beautiful. It just allows them to break off from using, I guess, from one sensory in the classroom and to be able to come here and express it a different way. But I think it helps out a lot when they just know that there's no expectations in here and they can just come in here calm and be themselves. Just they need a break. Even us as adults, we need sensory breaks.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep,
Yes,
we need
ma'am.
sensory breaks.
Ms. Pullen, there are great things going on in Johnson County
Oh,
Schools.
most definitely.
Thank
Most
you for
definitely.
sharing with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing. Third best thing.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Ask Curry Maffin Insurance in Dublin and Augusta if auto owners make sense for you.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's 4 Seasons.
Now we welcome Ms. Kristen Ivy. Welcome to you. So you're a lead teacher for the middle and high school.
Yes, sir.
And you have the responsibility of helping, I guess, teachers as well as students to, I guess, take advantage of the sensory rooms. Let's talk about how the experience has been for you.
The sensory room has been such a joy to create. It's been a fun experience so far. Our kids are excited about it. Our teachers are excited about it. it's just a good thing to have for our students.
Yeah. Ms. Ivy, it really is a buzz around the school now, isn't it?
It is, yes, sir.
Yeah. And so.
Everybody's just waiting, wanting to know, when can we come? When can we come?
Oh, how great.
So,
yeah. So the excitement, the planning, about how long did this take to put together?
it took a little while. Dr. Kaiser was the woman in charge, and she kind of got us all on board with it, and we put a lot of time and work. I can't tell you exactly how long, probably less than a year.
Yeah. I'm told there are different parts of the school that have been involved with building this and setting it up.
So I teach a small group class, and my kids actually sorted the thousands of Legos that you see around here. The ag department down the hall, they created the signs. A lot of my students, I'd bring my whole class in here, and they would help me do whatever I needed to be done. So it's been a whole team effort.
Ms. Ivy, what is the community saying about this?
The community's super excited. You know, I think they can't believe that Johnson County's going to have something as great as it has, you know, and they're excited that our kids are going to have a space to come and decompress, or, you know, the kids that need a little bit more stimulation that can come in here and get some of their fidgeting out and then go back to class and engage in the curriculum.
Yeah, yeah. How about teachers? What's the word from the teachers about it?
The teachers feel the same way. They're excited. They are happy that our students do have that place. So when they have a student that needs to take some time to themselves or whatever, they can come and do that in our sensory spaces.
Yeah. Seems so obvious, doesn't it? That
it's a great thing. Every school needs them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we all need, as adults, we need to take a few minutes out. You know,
that's right.
we take breaks, whether we're on an hourly job or what have you. You get that, 15 or so in the morning. You get your lunchtime.
Right.
You get the afternoon. And then there it is. In school, everything is just, especially middle and high, it's just here to there to here to there, and sometimes it's just good to step back, isn't it?
It is, and it's a good place to be able to do that.
So you've seen a few students come through and have success in here?
Yes, I have, and you'll get to speak with one of them hopefully today, and he'll let you know exactly how the sensory theater works for him.
Awesome. We look forward to it. Hey, thank you for what you all are doing here in Johnson County. It's a great system.
Yes, it is.
Since 1916, Gravely has been designed, engineered, and made right here in the USA. Whether you prefer gas or electric, every Gravely has been forged with the commercial landscaper in mind. So they're not only built to last, but to also keep you riding comfortably from dawn to dusk. So ask yourself, are you ready to graduate to a Gravely? Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We're your full-line dealer for Gravely lawnmower sales and service.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future. That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
All right, now we're standing here with one of the students that gets to enjoy the sensory sessions, and this is Kenny Brown. Kenny Brown, welcome to you, man. What's been going on today?
So just came back from the gym.
Yeah? What y'all doing in the gym today?
We just ran like four laps. Yeah,
four laps. You didn't get to thump the rock, you didn't get to shoot basketball. What y'all do?
Well, I do. I do weight training.
You do?
Yeah.
You love the weightlifting? All right. We might hit the gym in a minute then, huh? Kenny, now, you get to enjoy the sensory room, this relaxation room back here sometimes, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it, what you think about it.
I think it's amazing, to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might have your bad days or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to work in the classroom or something like that. You just come in here, get all the pressure off you, you know what I'm saying? Then they go back to class and just do what you got to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a good little time out for you, isn't it? Yeah, just step back for a minute. Yeah, I think it's awesome. They let me sit in the chair just a few minutes ago.
If you're good,
I
want to stand there and go to sleep. I want to stand there and go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not much for sleeping like that, but I sure did relax, man. It helped my shoulders. I did deadlift the other day, so my back was a little bit sore. I sat in that thing, man.
My shoulder blade was hurting. I was like, oh, let me stay here a little longer, but I had to go back to class.
Yeah. Tell me about your parents. Who you live with?
I live with my grandma.
Yeah. What's her name?
Bernie James.
Yeah, she love you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know it.
She do.
You about to say
Yeah,
yes, ma'am, because it's her.
Yeah.
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 It's good to have family. It's good to have people that love you, obviously, in your life. And this school system seems like they're full of love.
Yeah, they is. To be honest, yeah. They really, yeah.
So tell me now, how often have you been in here? You get to use it a few different times?
I ain't been in here since they first opened, but I've been here when we first found out, and I was like, ooh, why they ain't put this in the first time? I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah. What you think about Johnson County Schools? Your school. What do
In
you
my
say
home.
about your school?
My home, my family right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about your teachers.
Well, Miss Ivy, this is a good teacher I had ever since. They ain't got my other teachers we don't go to no more, but Chile, she went on too. But all the teachers down here, they good people. Good people. They gonna help. They gonna help you to get what you got to do.
All right. Okay, now we have student Dale Purvis, and Dale, you were instrumental in putting a lot of these things together, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about what all you put together in here,
Well,
Dale.
I put them signs. I made them signs and helped glue the things on the wall and stuff like that, and help with the tables and help with the other side and all that. So.
Yeah. All of this area you help with.
Mhm.
How'd you get involved?
Well, she needed help and I volunteered to help.
Yeah. Dale, who your parents?
Tanny Purvis and Debbie Purvis.
All right. And so, what did they tell you about this? Because I know you went home and told them, hey, this is what we're doing at school. This is what's coming. What do they say about your involvement?
They were just proud I help other peoples and stuff like that. I mean.
Yeah. It is important to help other people, man. Where do you think that comes from in you? Why you like to help other people?
Well, I basically do mechanic work and all that, so.
Okay.
I like helping other people with cars and trucks and.
Nice. Listen, I got this little problem with my truck guy. I'm just kidding with you. You'd help me though, wouldn't you, Dale?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. Have you always lived here?
Mhm. Well, I did live in Millersville for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean.
Mostly in Johnson County, though, right here in Riceville.
I started school here.
Yeah. How's your experience here? What do you say about going to school at Joca?
Well, all I'm trying to do is finish and going to work somewhere. Stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Education's important, though, isn't it, Dale? Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, and helping people, too. So what are you most proud of in this room?
Well, the signs, put the letters on the sign, cut the letters out and put them on the sign and stuff like that, painting them.
Yeah, they're beautiful, man. They're bright, got a lot of pop to them, don't they? Yeah, you got a real talent, Dale. Hey, keep using it, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have the pleasure of talking to Sachara, another student here at Johnson County Schools. Sachara, tell us about your mom. You live with your mom, right?
Yes, sir.
What's her name?
Stalika Abrams.
Yeah, and so y'all got a real good relationship, real close?
Yes, sir.
You happy?
Yes, sir.
You look like you're happy, Sachara. Yeah, thank you for the smile that you're giving us today and our viewers out there. Now, we want to talk about the sensory rooms. How have you been able to take advantage and use the sensory rooms?
It's been helping me to calm down and feeling stressed, because some people in the classroom, they be feeling stressed, and I feel like the sensory room is a room where you can come here and get some stress off of you so you wouldn't feel as tense.
I can see that. You know, I really don't see you being tense, but if you start getting there, you know what to do, right?
Yes.
You need to step back for a minute and come to the sensory room. Now, what part do you like the best?
The massage chairs.
Yeah, they are nice, aren't they? It's just so peaceful with the waterworks going on and the darkness there, or the lighting is just so perfect, and it just kind of chills you out and takes you to another place, doesn't it? Yeah. So, what's your first experience there? Who brought you down here to teach?
Miss Melinda.
Yeah. Okay. And so that's your main teacher? Yeah. Tell me about her.
She's sweet, very helping, very caring. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And then Johnson County Schools. This your school? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you got to tell me what your description of Johnson County Schools is.
Johnson County is a nice school in general. The teachers are very kind, very helpful. The principals, they're nice. They'll give you a leeway, but don't take advantage of it, because then they won't. And I love Johnson County.
Good. I know they love you too, Sajara. Look, you keep up the good work.
If you're in the market for affordable transportation, come into Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales today. Getting to work, school, or around town every day requires dependable transportation. And that's what you'll find at Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales. We offer bank rate and in-house financing, so credit is never a problem. Come in today and see TJ, Trey, Allen, or Britt at Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales, where good deals and good people meet. Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales, online at DublinAutoSalesGA.com. Come by and see us at 606 East Jackson Street in Dublin, or give us a call at 478-275-2010. Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales. With a history of over 100 years, Farmers State Bank has built our reputation on neighbors helping neighbors. We faced our trials together, and we're celebrating our accomplishments today. The future is bright, so hold fast to your dreams and join us in looking ahead. We are Farmers State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Farmers State Bank, banking is as easy as FSB.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Dr. Hannah Kaiser. She is here with us in the sensory space. My goodness, we've already powered up. We have the chairs that are massaging our backs, and we'll probably be here for, what, a half hour? I'm just
That's
joking.
right, hopefully.
Yeah. So what an interesting concept. What a wonderful space. How relaxing is this to come into and just chill out, as a lot of us would say. But Hannah, this is something that you really help spearhead from what we hear.
That's correct. Sensory spaces in schools, they're not a new idea. It's something new to Johnson County. But for students with disabilities and all students alike, to have a space for a break when needed for de-escalation or other purposes, it's not uncommon that students need a break, and to have a nice space to do that in helps them access the curriculum when they re-enter the classroom.
So, Dr. Kaiser, how did you first hear about a sensory space?
In my early days working for GNETs, serving students with very severe behaviors, it was very common to have spaces like this, and they've now become much more mainstream as we work to serve students with all types of behaviors in the general education setting.
Well, Dr. Kaiser, I've not heard of this before. I've heard of it in corporations and thought about, hey, wouldn't that be cool? But you know, in a school system, is there another around close to us? This is the only one I've heard of.
There are in Washington County, I believe they have a couple sensory spaces, definitely in Bibb County. Putnam County, who's in our RESA, has sensory spaces. I'd like to say ours might be second to none, but there are sensory spaces definitely in the area.
Yeah, and so when we look at it, we have different sensory spaces. Let's explain that.
Well, so it's also fairly uncommon to have spaces that serve students that aren't incredibly severe in their disabilities. Generally, they serve students that are very low incidence, meaning students that have pretty intense disabilities. And the goal for these rooms were to serve students that maybe their disabilities aren't very intense, but they need sometimes a break from the classroom for behaviors, various things like that, autism, emotional behavioral disorders. And so the goal of these rooms were to serve a broader variety of students.
And so it's used for special needs first, and then also, I believe you said used for general students as a reward system?
Potentially. So with our MTSS system, some students, a reward can be used for students who also exhibit behavior problems in the classroom. So sometimes earning a break from the classroom can be a behavior incentive. But definitely, you know, we don't want to draw a line that these rooms can only be of use for students if they have a disability. We want these rooms to be able to benefit any student that it can increase achievement in the classroom, because that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, isn't it, for all students? So you've been with Johnson County Schools for how long now?
This is my third year.
Awesome. What prior experience do you have?
Well, always in education. Prior to my work in the school system, education through the mental health setting in professional counseling and educating families about mental health. And then I found my way into education and special education. So always helping and supporting families and just trying to lead to better outcomes and improving quality of lives through either mental health or education.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So not only do you wear the hat of special education coordinator, but you have a couple of other hats.
I have a couple of hats. I serve as the CTA director, also the district assessment coordinator, and 504 gifted, a couple of hats. All of those special titles, the special programs, that's kind of my thing.
Yeah. And so you came here from Bibb County, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And prior to that, where were you? Or did you start your?
I started my career in education in Bibb County.
All right. So what a change! A lot smaller community, a lot more close-knit community. What do you say about Johnson County Schools?
I was seeking out a smaller knit community. I live in Dublin, and I came to Johnson County seeking that feel. I love the Friday night lights of the football game, the small community, the Trojan Blue, the Go Trojans. I love that. I did not have that feel of the commute from Dublin to Bibb County, and I love the sense of community that we have in Johnson County.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Kaiser, if you had to choose your philosophy of education, what would it be?
I think the philosophy of all special education teachers and special educators are that all students can learn and that there's growth for all students regardless of disability, and always looking to find what works for students.
Yeah, you have quite a day lined up for us. We'll be heading where next?
Over to our elementary school where we have yet another sensory space.
All right, we'll be back.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin Wind Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From Moen to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin Wind Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
It may be cold elsewhere, but the deals are hot here at Dublin Chevrolet GMC. As you can see, new shipments are coming in weekly to Dublin Chevrolet GMC. So make sure and get to Dublin quick, because as you can see, they're rolling out of here fast. You asked for more inventory and we've delivered. Whether it's the most iconic Chevrolet ever made or the new Chevy Blazer EV, we have it here at Dublin Chevy GMC. And remember, Don sells cars well, only at Dublin Chevy GMC.
Okay, now we're at the elementary school, Johnson County. We're here with the principal, Mr. Charles Howard. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
Beautiful school you have. It's very neat, very clean. A lot of activity going around with little kids, and you got to have a special heart, a special temperament to be in elementary, don't you?
Yes, I love it here. I love it.
Yeah. And you've been here how many years?
I've been here 17 years.
Wow.
Yes.
At the elementary school?
Yes. 27 years total in the system, but 17 here at the elementary.
Yeah. Now, you came in as a coach into the high school, is that right? Or middle?
Yes. Well, I actually was a middle school teacher, but I coached high school sports and really enjoyed that, and then moved into administration.
Originally, you're from where?
Swainsboro.
Okay. So you graduated from Swainsboro High. Went on to college where?
Georgia Southwestern.
Wonderful.
Hurricanes.
Yeah. Yeah. Played basketball there, did you?
I did.
What position?
I was a guard.
Yeah. Shooting guard?
Shooting guard,
There you
yes.
go. Yeah. So tell me what that taught you, because high school is one level, and you know it's about team. You got to know how to play the sport. You got to know how to be a team player. But then you go on to a college level, and it is indeed a different level.
Well, it's challenging. It teaches you so many things, being a part of a team sport. how to work well with others, and how to persevere. All of those things, it just helps you along the way.
Yeah, Mr. Howard, have you always had the same temperament?
Always. Yeah, you probably can talk to anybody that knows me. I've always been this way.
This is you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Tell me about your parents and growing up.
I have my mother, and both my parents are deceased, but they instilled a lot of good things in me. Hard work, just being honest, and just being a great person, a righteous person. So I give them all the credit for what I am.
Well, you got to walk it out. And
Yes.
you're walking it out. And
Yes.
It's obvious from just meeting you, and anyone that knows you from the community, I'm sure will attest to that. But that temperament is so pleasing to people because, first of all, you love people. And that's a great place to start, isn't it?
Absolutely. You have to love people to be in this job. If you don't love people, this is probably the wrong place for you.
Yeah. And there's special needs people, and that's why we're here to look at the special areas that they can come to de-escalate or to stimulate themselves, what the case may be. But they really need our love, don't they?
They absolutely do. We have kids that come to us with various challenges, and they depend on us, and that's what we're here for.
So what have these sensory stations really expressed to you that they're doing for these young people?
One of the things is, we have a lot of children that have some struggles with sensory information that they process within their classrooms. So they're able to come to a place like this and just kind of relax and reset and just get back in the mindset of getting to that place where they can learn. So we love it. This is a great space for us, and a great space for our kids to be able to do that.
What is some of the feedback you're getting from some of your teachers?
Well, teachers are happy that we have this space because it allows the kids to come here to be able to get back in the right mindset to learn within the classroom. So they're extremely proud of this space and happy that we have it and have this service for our students.
Have you had much interaction from any parents that possibly given you feedback at this point?
Well, not yet. We did have a few at our ribbon cutting, but we're looking forward to the feedback that we get from them once our students are fully, engaged with this space. So I know it'll be positive.
Mr. Howard, I have to ask you, in kind of wrapping up things down here, when you look at education, you look at your position and what the opportunities you have, if you had to kind of pick a philosophy, your educational philosophy, what would it be?
The cliche one is all kids can learn. But the thing is, we know that kids come to us with all kinds of situations and challenges, and it's up to us to make sure that they get exactly what they need. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to give them everything that they need here.
And then, what are you most proud of about Johnson County Schools?
I would say probably how well everyone comes together to make sure that things are taken care of for kids. That's the best thing that I can say about Johnson County Schools, this community. People, they all gather together and make sure that we take care of kids. And that's the great thing about being here.
Keep up the good work, Mr. Howard.
Thank you. Thank you.
We invite y'all to come down to Holy Smokes Barbecue, Dublin's fresh everyday barbecue source. 1100 Hillcrest Parkway, 272 Ribs. You can place your orders online, DublinBBQ.com. We're all about faith, family, and friends. And remember, life's too short to eat bad barbecue. Remember, later this summer or early fall, our second location at 2123 South Highway 441, the old Shoney's building. We're remodeling that up so we'll be able to better serve you, offer more of our grilled options and other things that we do. So we're so thankful for you, Dublin. You guys have been so good to us, and we just want to invite you guys just to come on and experience what we think good barbecue is.
Okay, still here at the elementary school, and we have Miss Beth Martin, who's assistant principal here, right?
That's right.
And you've been here how many years, Miss Martin?
I've been here 26 years. I've taught all of my years right here at Johnson County Elementary.
Yeah, born and raised here, right?
I sure was. I'm a graduate of Johnson County High School. I always lived in Johnson County, and it's my home.
Trojan through and through.
I'm very much 100% Trojan. Always go Trojans.
I love it. You've seen a lot of success over the years, haven't you, in so many different areas here, haven't you?
I have. I'm very proud of our school system.
Yeah, yeah. It's grown, and it continues to grow.
Yeah.
What do you say about these Century stations and the addition?
Well, I mean, it's just amazing what we have now that we can offer to kids. We have so many kids that have individualized needs that is hard to meet always in the classroom. But a room like this provides an opportunity for them to be able to get some individualized time so that then when they get back to the classroom, they're ready to really dig into learning.
Yeah, you know, I keep hearing that, and I can just see it playing out because a student gets to that point, as I've mentioned before with others I've spoken to, Ms. Beth, that you know, you get to that point in anything you're doing. I don't care what I'm doing. I can be doing a project around the house. You step away and you come back and things are so much clearer.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing here for these young people. It's almost like we missed the boat for a little while. But when you first heard about it, is this the first time you've ever heard about the Sensory Stations?
It is. When Dr. Kaiser started talking to us about this room, I was thinking, I've never heard of this. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. And then even when it first started coming together, I still couldn't see the big picture, but then it was like all of a sudden, you know, like, okay, I want to go to the sensory room. And I'll be honest with you, I think some adults can get just as much out of this as our kids. So it's just it's a great thing for all of the students in Johnson County.
Yeah, so in the 27 years you've been here, Ms. Beth Martin, what's your experience been like, and what's it been like to work with children at this level and the rewards of that to see them grow?
I love working with kids at this level, and I'll tell you, being from Johnson County, we, you know, we're looked at a lot of times as a poverty area, and we don't have a lot of outside things, but our school system has been able to provide things for our students that school, you know, kids get at larger school systems, and I think this room will just add to what our students are able to get. I'm just so proud of everything we have here in Johnson County.
Ms. Martin, as assistant principal, do you have a motto?
Yeah, I do. It's called Smile Each Day. That's what gets me through. We have a lot of interesting days here, but it's a lot of fun. When you have little kids from 4 years old to some 12 and 13-year-olds in one building, you experience a lot of things every day. So you just come and you think, okay, this is a new day. I don't know what it's going to have for us, but whatever it is, we're ready. Yeah, and we make it through.
Yeah, Ms. Martin, you keep on smiling.
We do, every day, I promise.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Come play racquetball with us this new year at Fairview Fitness.
Come play basketball with us this new year at Fairview Fitness.
Hey, wishing you all a happy new year. Make that resolution a reality here at Fairview Fitness Center. Come join us in our yoga classes and make a better you in the new year.
Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op offers a full range of communication products and services to its members in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. We take pride in being your total communications provider, and we work hard to provide quality services at the best prices. In addition to offering phone service, we provide high-speed internet and digital high-def TV. And we always strive to put our members first. Progressive Rural, your total communications company. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. ProgressiveTel.com. Call 478-984-4201 or stop by 890 Simpson Avenue in Rents. Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op. Hey, so now we have an opportunity to talk to AJ, Amison James Beck. I love that name. Welcome, AJ. So tell me about yourself and who your teachers are here at Johnson County.
I like to go play with my friends and ride my bicycle and build forts with them. And my teachers are Miss Sarah Collins, Miss Natalie Guerin, Miss Sue Webb, and Miss Brandy Rowland.
Wow, you had a lot of nice teachers, I guess. Yeah. So you get to come in the Sensory Center here sometimes?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're so polite. So I look around here and there's so many. What do these things do?
When you step on them, the little stuff in there moves.
Wow, that's neat. How about this thing over here? It looks like a swing. What is that?
It's a swing you can lay in.
You gonna lay down in there? Do you do that sometimes?
Yes, sir.
That's cool. How about over there? What about those chairs? Those look nifty.
They're massage chairs.
Yeah? You been in those before?
Yes, sir.
How's it feel?
Feels good.
Yeah, I bet it does. Hey, come on around. What's that? A chair there?
The blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the big rocking chair.
Oh, the big rocking chair, huh? I might could get in that one, huh? Yeah. All right, AJ, let's come on around over here. What's behind that curtain, buddy?
Tucker the Turtle's house.
Tucker the Turtle?
Yes,
Tell me
sir.
about that Tucker the Turtle house.
You can go in it and be calm and that's all.
Yeah, that's all. That's all you got to do it. And just go in there and be calm, AJ. I love that, man. That's probably your favorite over there, huh?
Yes, sir.
For sure. I bet your mom and dad are proud of you, AJ. Yeah. And I hear your teachers are real proud of you. And so you get to go to school in Johnson County School every day. And on most days, you get to come down here and hang out in the Sensory Center, don't you?
Sometimes when I get like really upset.
Oh, my. Yeah. So it's a good thing, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Well, you keep up the good work, AJ. I tell you, man, I'm proud of you now, and I'm proud to know you, buddy.
You've been saying you want it, and now's the time to get it. Pool and patio furniture in style with fabrics you want, comfort and durability you deserve. You'll even save on accessories and add your own personal style. Come see the full line of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas today and bring home a colorful poolside. Now's a great time to save at Mid-State Pools and Spas, located on Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Mid-State Pools and Spas. We know pools.
And so we're back, Ms. Kaiser. What a great day this has been to be able to tour around, talk to the different principals, assistant principals, to be able to speak to students, and man, what excitement that they have, and being able to come to these sensory clubhouses. It's just a beautiful thing going on. So you got to tell me now. You first heard about it, then you sought funding, of course.
So I'm proud to say that this project across all three of our sites, completely grant funded, ESSER funds and IDEA funds, so completely grant funded, no local funds spent on this project, which is great for our community.
That is beautiful, yeah. So many smiles, so many students, so many teachers have been able to enjoy this so far, and so many to come, I'm sure. Yeah, so this will go on our channel over local cable systems. It'll go on our YouTube channel too, and a lot of people watch on there. And we get calls. We have people that will watch from different parts of the country. You'll have to share your information because somebody out there is going to see this and want some advice on how to do this for their community.
We definitely will, and you know, this came to fruition because of my experience being able to tour other schools. And I think I speak for both of our building principals and administrations. Anything that we've done well, we're always welcome to share with others. And so we're welcome to tour, allow schools to tour and give any hints and helpful tips, things that we've done well, and share with other school districts. So happy to help.
Thanks for the invitation, for the tour today, for putting all this together, and for being able to share with all our viewers what great things are going on in Johnson County.
Thank you for being here. Go Trojans.